Have you ever had someone show up in your life at the exact moment you needed them and completely change the direction of your future? Well, for me, that was my Aunt Belinda Cheney. Today, I want to introduce you to her, a woman whose strength, compassion, and steady presence has shaped who I am, and she probably doesn't even realize it. Belinda's life story is one of resilience and perseverance. She's raised three children while navigating personal and marital challenges, often carrying her family financially when necessary. Life did not hand her an easy path, but she refused to let that stop her. Later in life, she made a decision to go back to school. It took her more than 8 years, but she walked across that stage with her degree in her hand and her parents watching on. Watching her do this showed me something powerful. It showed me that it's never too late to rewrite your own story. It's never too late to believe in yourself again. But Belinda's strength isn't measured by her accomplishments. It's reflected in the way she shows up for people she loves. When her father became ill, she drove from Texas to Kansas every week, leaving her own home and husband behind so she could care for him. Now I'm watching her do the same thing for her mother, spending weeks by her side, taking a break here and there, and returning home with her husband before she can do it all over again. She has 6 other siblings, yet she's the one who's constantly stepping up, quietly, without recognition, because supporting her family isn't something she sees as a burden. It's simply who she is. After more than 20 years, I found my way back to my family. Belinda asked me why I never reached out in all of those years. I told her the truth. After my father kicked me out, he told me that this was his family and not to reach back out. She looked me dead in the face and said, "This will always be your family. And no matter what your father says, you will never disappear that way again." In that moment, still teary-eyed to this day, something changed and shifted inside of me. For the first time in a long, long time, I felt claimed, loved, welcome, and finally safe again. Belinda has lived through the biggest heartbreak a mother could. I know that would a lot of those mothers out there would have broke them. When she lost her oldest child to COVID, I saw her completely shatter. I saw unimaginable grief, but I also watched her slowly rebuild herself piece by piece. Even in her pain, she continued to love, to give, and show up for others. Her ability to keep moving forward while carrying the loss is something I will always admire about her. Over time, Belinda has become more than my aunt. She has become my mentor, my role model, and an emotional anchor. After I survived a traumatic life-altering experience involving my late husband, she made me a promise that I would never have to face life alone again. And she has kept that promise every single day. She's encouraged me to believe that the past does not define who my future is. Because of her, I went back to school, and at 49 years old, and today, I am over a year into my degree and thriving. When doubt creeps in, I think of her. I think of her determination, her courage, her quiet strength, and I keep going. Belinda Cheney is more than just my aunt. She's living proof of what resilience looks like, compassion feels like, and what unconditional love can do for someone who once believed that they had ran out of all choices and chances. Because of her, I believe that second chances, I believe in new beginnings, and I believe that no matter where you come from or how difficult your past may be, there's always a future worth fighting for. One day, I hope to be that same steady light for somebody else, just as she's been for me. Thank you for listening to my story.